Welcome into the live stream here from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That's Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you?
Hotty toddy. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Just thought I'd give a shout out to my guys. Let's go on a mission. 2020, I guess it'd be the 2026 national title, Ole Miss Rebels. Shout out to all the guys. Pete Golding and the guys. Let's go, Rebs. Let's go, Rebs.
You finished?
Are you ready? I had to get it. It's been.
I don't know the words.
2,162 days, Neal. Today, 2,162 days. I've been marking them off on my calendar. Just like check, 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 check. 2,162 of them. Since December the 31st, since 3:33 p.m., December 31st, 2019.
Okay.
Almost made it to 5. Almost got that extra rollover year. I came close. I thought I was going to get that extra rollover year. But I didn't. I didn't make it that extra hour and 27 minutes. I was looking at the clock, though. I was looking at the clock. I know I'm not right.
No. That's really good.
Let's go.
That's really good. All right, we'll get rolling here with the big show. AJ McCarron will join us in a little bit.
Yep.
Hang tight.
Neal's like, what the hell have I got myself into?
Frequently.
Especially today.
Welcome into episode 329 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this Monday, December the 1st, 2025. We've made it to December. So congratulations to everyone involved for making it to December. Christmas now 24 days away.
I didn't see the tweet today.
I haven't done that tweet in a while.
I think you should bring it back.
You think I should bring it back? This is December.
It's one of my favorite things you do.
Oh.
It ranks right up there with 10 thoughts.
I haven't done it in a long time.
And I guess we'll have to figure out what we're going to do about what he said, what he meant.
That's over.
Is this segment's over?
You know, it's funny. It's ironic. The ad agreement on that literally ended yesterday.
Oh, good timing.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to renew it. I will not miss that content item.
Yeah.
I know people will. I won't.
I still think you should.
It was a lot of work.
I still think you should get the transcript. Pete's transcript and go, Pete said, copy, paste, Pete meant.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about that?
All right. AJ McCarron will join us momentarily on a show that is brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. You can check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
You know what, Neal? I'm in such a good mood today. I don't know why. I'm in such a great mood today. I woke up smiling, happy, and I don't know why. But, Neal, the only thing that can make my day brighter is a little white gummy bear. Brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. That's what I'm rolling with today. Tastes literally just like a gummy bear, which is ironic. My oldest son Jackson always has loved gummy bears. He did not do the white gummy bears. I love them, so I was able to get. I've lived on white gummy bears through my oldest son for a long time. But Neal, the Kia of Meridian Chat, it's already bumping, and check this out: holiday season is already here.
Yeah.
And we are putting dreams into driveways to end the year. We are pushing out all the new 2025 Tellurides with 0.9% APR for 60 months to bring in the new year of 2027. So if you need to turn in the Escalade and you need to get a Telluride, what do? You say, here's my Escalade, here's my Bentley. Hey, Trav, hook me up with that 2025 Telluride. That's what I need right now. And check this out. They're also have an extra $750 rebate on remaining 2025 Sorrentos. So make sure you check out our good friends at Kia Meridian so you can put a new sleigh in just in time for Christmas. And guess what, Neal?
I don't know.
In the event that you decide to give our boy Trav a call, get you a new Telluride, a K5, a Sorrento, you're going to say, Trav, just pull it on out, Trav. Just pull it on out and let me spin the Neal, and win awesome prizes like a PS5, an Xbox, a TV, more. So check them out at Kia of Meridian. We're also brought to you by the official RV dealer of McCready Siskey. Who is that? That's County Line Campers. Where are they located, Neal? Right there off exit 38 and I-10 in the wonderful city of Gulfport, Mississippi. So, all right, buckle up. County Line Campers has officially thrown Logic out into the window. So right now, Rob woke up and he said, check this out. You know what? Let's give people what they want for Christmas. What do they want? They want cash money. That's right, cash money. How about that? So here's the deal. Buy any new towable travel trailer, fifth wheel, or whatever you drag behind your truck, and they're going to hand you $1,000 cash. If you want to buy a new motorhome, what's he going to do? Rob's going to say, hey, here's $2,000 for your motorhome. That's right, $2,000 for Christmas, for real, not in coupons. Actual, spend it however you want so your in-laws don't approve cash. So give our good friends at County Line Campers a call or check them out at countylinecampers.com. Remember, exit 38, I-10, Gulfport, Mississippi, open 7 days a week. Neal, guess what?
I don't know.
Ladies and
you found a way to kill my phone and shoot me at the same time where neither one of us feel anything, either me or the phone.
Just melt it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, joining us now, the 3-time national champ, the 3-time world champion, the future lieutenant governor of the state of Alabama, and the co-host of the Bama Dynasty podcast with Trent Richardson and Chris Stewart. Oh, how about the man, the myth, the legend, AJ McCarron? How about this? Let's go, Ole Miss. Pete hired me as the quarterback's coach. Hotty toddy. Let's go. Here we go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. How we doing, sir?
It's a great day to, be a rebel.
Hotty toddy, sir. Hotty toddy. You like my outfit? You like my giddy up?
I love it.
Yeah, we had tags.
I love it.
We had tags on this one. Yeah, how about that? Got my hat.
How about that?
How about that? What do you think, Neal? Neal, you're the only one. You're missing out. Yeah.
I don't have any Ole Miss clothing at all. Not a stitch.
I know. I didn't either. And I'm like, all right, what blue and white do I have?
But you know what was funny today? You know what was funny today? And I always love it. It happens once a month. And usually I'll text her and we laugh about it. Today I didn't even text. I just laughed. The Ole Miss Alumni Association sends the monthly thing. And this year I think they sent some sort of calendar. And it's always just to Mrs. Laura McCready. It used to be to both of us. They dropped me, when they did the disown thing, they dropped my name, and it's so funny. Now, but they still send it to her, and she just takes it and puts it in the trash. It's funny. I mean, it's comical.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I look forward to having my first opportunity to fly my colors for my squad tomorrow night. At the Pavilion as the Chris Beard and the Rebels take on. I am a season ticket holder. I am a donor to the foundation. I'm officially a booster. Let's go, Rebs. Let's go, Rebs. I can't wait to get up. Get our Are You ready to go? I'm juiced. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be loud. I'll be loud in the Pavilion tomorrow night against the Hurricanes. Even though I got Mario's at the Hurricanes, but it's basketball. I can do that.
I'm being asked in the stream. Yes, I was told that both of those coaches are in Baton Rouge. Someone has subsequently said maybe it's their wives and not them. Whatever. They're one.
Who is it?
John Garrison and Kevin Smith Jr.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm look. It's fog of war stuff right now, man. I mean, I don't let's tell everybody. I'm working on it.
Hey, let my guy work. Let my guy cook over here. He needs to sleep for a minute. He's good. It's been a long 6 weeks. Been a long 6 weeks for my guy.
Oh, I'm going to bed so early tonight. And then this weekend, man, I'm just taking a day or two. I don't care. I need a break.
I'm with you, dog.
Like I've told both of you guys this. I think when Kalen DeBoer went for it on 4th down the other night,
big balls.
Well, I'm not worried about his balls. I was saying, oh my God, just kick the field goal, because all I could see was another damn week of this circus. That's all I could see, and I was like, I can't. I realized I'd hit my wall. I looked at Laura and I was like, I can't do this again anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it again. And she's like, what are you talking about? She had no idea. She's sitting over there playing on her phone, no idea. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, if Alabama loses this game and Auburn wins, we're going to do this whole week. We're going to do a whole week of this charade one more time.
You think Keith Carter would have done that, or you think he would have
do.
stuck to his deadline?
No, I think they were going to. I think they would have done it. I do. I actually pretty confident they would have. And I couldn't. I think my mental capacity was shot. Honestly, So when Alabama, as that play unfolds, I kept thinking they're just trying to make them jump, and then they snap the damn ball. I'm like, what are you doing? And then it's a touchdown. And I was like, oh, roll tide. Thank God.
I low key thought they were doing the offsides play too. And then when he snapped it, I literally went, oh my God. I was like, oh, it worked. How about that? All right, let's get into it. Coaching carousel stuff. I don't know if any of you guys heard, Lane Kiffin is now the new head football coach of the Louisiana State University Bengal Tigers. I don't know if you heard that or not. I know Neal is I told somebody today, I was like, I literally am so happy it's over. And I don't have to freaking talk about it anymore. I don't have to tell Neal that.
I got to fix something. Y'all talk.
All right, you're good. AJ, when you finally saw that the saga was finally done, what was the first thing that came to your mind? What was kind of the reaction when you finally saw that it actually finally happened?
Good for Keith Carter. Good for Ole Miss. Good for Pete Golding. And everybody, all the players that came out of the building, rallied behind Pete, called Lane out not for leaving, for the way it was handled. Good on them, and good for Ole Miss fan base. I said it weeks ago on y'all show. It's going to take the fan base, no matter if it's rough times ahead or what. Stay behind Keith and this team and this coaching staff. It's not going to be perfect for you, but it's something that had to be done, and good for them. I'm proud of it.
I mean, it was very anticlimactic. I mean, I can probably tell some stuff now. I knew Florida was out probably 2 weeks ago. I knew what and now I think on through reports and things, there were some things structurally, I think that Lane wasn't. I mean, I haven't talked to Lane, but I just know it's like, yeah, Lane ain't gonna go for that. It's not kind of his deal. And so I kind of figured that one out a little early. I think he's still doing some due diligence. But and then through putting pieces together, talking to buddies of mine that are in coaches searches and things like that, I knew where kind of people were located on people's boards and things like that. And it was pretty evident that where it was going to go because of the pace that the other schools, you could just put the pieces together and kind of figure out the commonality. So it was anticlimactic, and especially when, Lane had many opportunities over the course of the last few weeks to basically rally the troops or whatever you want to call it as you get ready to go to the end of the season, and that didn't occur. And if Lane was going to do it, he would use a press conference to do that, right? So knew where it was going, and obviously the biggest issue became the timeline. I still think it was an issue. I think that was probably the deal. One thing, and I want to get your opinion on this. And look, I love the guy. I do. There's nothing he can do. I told you, and I told Neal this on his show last night. If you're my guys, I'm a writer, and if you guys had a narrative I needed to push to help you guys out, I'd get right in front of the camera, look at it, smile, and I'd ride that narrative until the wheels fell off. But like the whole ESPN CAA thing of pushing this narrative about, they should let let Lane do the coaching the playoffs and all that stuff. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, it's such a one-sided perspective. And if you're Ole Miss, you can't let that happen. And I'm sitting here going like, guys, there's no other school. And if you're watching the show and you are of the opinion, and there are plenty of people out there that they should have let Lane coach the playoffs, at what other university in America? And they're like, well, John Summerall was able to coach. Well, John didn't send his family on recon missions to Memphis, North Texas, and South Florida. If John would have sent his family, because North Texas is open and South Florida is going to be open and Memphis is going to be open, and if he sent his family on recon missions, they wouldn't have let his ass stay either. You can't do that. And and it's just a very bad look on the university. And I get it, man. And at the end of the day, Keith Carter's the AD. I said this on the Coach JB show. Shout out Coach JB. Had a good time this morning. But when you look at the organizational chart, I think a lot of people get confused. The head coach gets all the attention. The head coach makes the money. But on the organizational chart, the AD's on top. And it's his decision. And so he's got to do what's best for the university. And like, that's what this is. And, you know, I know why they were doing it. I do. And to be honest with you, I've done the same thing. If it was you or Neal or Matt Luke or any of my buddies, John Summerall, I'd do all that for those guys because I love them to death. And I'm a rider. Y'all know that. Right, wrong, or indifferent. But, you know, I get that. And then the whole, you know, and then the other thing is like the way he handled the Ben Garrett thing.
Yep.
He wouldn't have done that if he was staying.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have done that. And so kind of goes back to what I was talking about the whole time is Lane knew for a long time what he was doing. It was just a matter of dragging it out. He wanted his cake and eat it too. And you know, Keith Carter wouldn't give him the cake. So at the end of the day, that's basically what it was there. But I'm just glad it's over with. The Joker Neal may have to, you know, reposition his school of choice next year. But anyway, long story short is Pete Golden gets his opportunity at Ole Miss. Pete, I'm sure you actually probably may know Pete more than I do. I know Pete. He came after me at Alabama. We've kind of met a few times and things through that relationship, then through the Alabama thing and then recruiting. I don't know if there's a better. I mean, he's one of the best, truly one of the best evaluators and recruiters in the country. I'm excited to see how he is going to attack roster building as he gets his opportunity. Look, he's learned from the best. I think he's a good dude. You can't find anybody say anything negative about the guy. Every single person you ever talk to that knows him loves the guy. So I'm excited for Ole Miss. Excited for him to get his opportunity. It's well deserved, in my opinion.
I got a list of things. Shout out to Ben Garrett for staying true, sticking up to him, calling him for what it was on. I don't think Ben did it out of him leaving. I think it's Ben doing that out of the way he was handling the whole process. I could be wrong. I think most
probably both.
Yeah, it could be.
Ben's a fan. He'll admit he's a fan. And you know, and I think he also felt like he was handling it wrong. I think he felt, and frankly, I do too, that he was being disingenuous, certainly for the last 2 weeks, about not knowing what he was doing. His mind was made up. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I think Ole Miss fans just need to realize, and this is just from experience and playing for so long, I don't think majority of Ole Miss fans are pissed that he left. I think it's the fact of how he did it. I'm sure there's a mixture in there, right? But it's the way he did, and he handled business. And you haven't seen another coach handle an exit the way he did. All right, that's a main issue for me. Shout out to Brennan Chapman for also releasing some stuff.
He's gonna love that, by the way. That's my guy.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I thought it was awesome to see people speak up and speak out and let it be known.
He's one.
I think
he's one don't want to get cut loose either. He didn't even. I was actually proud of him. He showed some restraint. He texted me something. I was like, don't do that.
I think when you look at Lane's statement on the way out, that is the most bogus bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Read.
Right that.
No. ChatGPT wrote that, or CAA. And I think it's disservice to actually telling the fans how you feel and telling some truth behind it when you had an opportunity to tell some truth on what was going on. You chose the easy route like you've done a lot throughout your career. And That was disappointing from a Lane standpoint. To say that anybody that knows Lane, I'm this is just an honest question for the chat, for everybody else, for y'all especially. And I'm not one to question anybody's faith, right? But do we think he went and prayed on this? And God told him, because in the same sentence, in the same statement, he said God told him to leave and take the LSU job. But then he turned around and told Marty right after that Pete Carroll told him to leave. So was it Pete Carroll, God?
Property.
Do what?
Breaking news here on the show. Hold on. Breaking news. If you do the transitive property, then Pete Carroll is.
Hey.
Wow. Well, you never know.
I think it was all just complete bullshit.
Look, this is a petulant child. He didn't get what he wanted, and so he tried to burn the house down on his way out the door. That is just the reality. He gets what he wants. He's petulant. Okay? I mean, he just is. You can blame the calendar if you want. It's fine. The calendar does suck, sure.
Yeah, it's out there.
You can blame the lack of structure, sure. It's fine. At the end of the day, you quit on your team. And you blackmailed and what's the word I'm looking for? Gave an ultimatum to your coaches to quit on your team.
And then had the nerve to tell Marty that you didn't do that.
And then Marty had the nerve to talk about what a spiritual person and ESPN, and including y'all's former, I'm just telling you, I mean, CAA must have an absolute hand up. I mean, and just guiding it like puppet. I mean, this is unbelievable,
Where's
man.
Now, I want to give credit to Marty.
It's bad.
Marty,
it's really, really bad. This is, I mean, look, Cole Kubelik.
SEC shorts?
Cole Kubelik said this today on his show with McElroy, and look, Cole's right. I mean, it is a bad look. And I mean, I feel for the assistant coaches. I do. I absolutely feel for them. But I don't know how at your next stop you can sit in a room full of people and go, hey, man, you have to sacrifice for team. You've got to put team first. You got to work for the guy next to you. I don't know how you say all that bullshit anymore. I really don't, guys. I'm totally serious here. And I know you probably don't completely agree with me.
No,
and I sympathize. I sympathize. But at the same time, I don't know how you go to your next stop and look those young men in the eye and say, I love you. I care about you. I'm with you. I'm in this with you. We're going to run your asses in January and February and March. We're going to put you through some sort of spring, whatever. Then we're going to kill you in the heat in June and July. And we're going to put you through raw hell for a month in August. But I'm here for you until I got a bolt. At which point, you sons of bitches are on your own. I don't know how. And again, you guys are the ones doing the Ole Miss stuff. I'm not an Ole Miss person. I have no affiliation. I'm not. I'm not.
I'm in for the first time.
Let's go. First timer.
But I have no affiliation. No, I'm totally serious for a minute. No. This is not an emotional thing. This is me looking at this rationally going, wait a minute. I don't know how you guys sit on the podium up there on College Game Day, the best show ever, which just sucks. And Kirk Herbstreit, you have to let him coach. You know you're not letting him effing coach. Are you crazy? Do you think if you flipped the roles, we would be having this conversation? No. This was about, and I know ESPN wants the Lane Kiffin storyline to go on forever because it gets clicks. But don't sit up there and if you said that, say, boy, I really wish he'd coach because our ratings are better when he does. All right, cool. I'm with you there. But don't do this thing about it's what's best for the student athletes. This is very clear that nobody involved in this gives a damn about the student athletes.
Oh, hadn't for a while.
This is about you, and this is about Lane. The reason this went on and 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 on is because Lane Kiffin was trying to strong arm his way into a scenario in which he could take the LSU job, go down there, have a big press conference, and then come back and coach a team in the playoffs and it be an LSU infomercial. Well, of course, Keith Carter said you can't do that. Here's the thing. Lane Kiffin knew the Thursday before the Florida game, maybe the Friday, but certainly before the Florida game, that was not an option. He was told in no uncertain terms that was not an option. That was the reason why he had the worst post-game press conference in the history of post-game press conferences that night after Ole Miss beat Florida. That was why he did that ridiculous hostage video with Pat McAfee. That was why on the next day or the day after the next day, whenever it was, when he did the SEC teleconference, it was 12 minutes where I actually felt sorry for him by the end of it. I was like, dude, this is awful. I mean, what are you doing? Like, stop talking. And here we are. We've known where this was going. He held Ole Miss hostage, and to his credit, I think he kind of won the hostage crisis like a little bit because he forced them out so far where on Sunday morning they didn't have a lot of decisions, a lot of choices anymore. They were in trouble, and they might still be in trouble. Look, there's a world where most of the offensive staff is completely gone 18, 19 days before a playoff game. No one knows. I'm sure we're going to talk about it. No one knows precisely. No one knows because there is no sample size. What happens when a coach, a head coach, and an offensive coordinator and most of an offensive staff leave a team 2.5, 3 weeks before a playoff game? Maybe nothing, maybe a lot. I don't know. How do you not know? What do you mean you don't know? Because it's never happened. And we don't have a reference point to look back at. This isn't Jordan Travis, where the committee could see what Florida State looked like without Jordan Travis at quarterback. You can disagree with that decision, and for the record, I do. But the committee did have a look at it, and then that was a 14 playoff, right, not a 12-team playoff. There is no reference. There's no sample size. But come on, this whole deal about debating, there is no debate. This is a terrible look. Lane Kiffin's going to throw a bunch of money at kids. They'll go play. I'm sure he's an elite offensive coach. I'm sure they'll be fine. But let's not do this deal where we debate whether this is the right thing or the wrong thing. No, this is absolutely the wrong thing. And I won't steal the line from Cole. I'll give Cole credit. Like you tell your kids, I'm sure you guys have told your kids. My parents told me, life's not fair. Is it fair that this is the way it worked out? No, it's not fair, but it's the way it is. The right thing to do, absolutely, would have been to coach the team. When I'm agreeing with Paul Feinbaum and Dan Wolken, guys, that hurts me in my soul.
Well, y'all have made up now.
Me and Paul haven't. And Paul said it. If he wanted to coach the playoffs, there was a way to do it. He could have signed an extension, and he could have waited till see what came up next year and then left.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like he's got options, right? I mean, like, and Smitty said it best. Smitty said it best on the show this morning, the Coach JB show, and I did it. I mean, he was wanting to be married and have his side piece too.
Yep.
Can't have both. It doesn't exist.
If Utah.
That would be good. Yeah, Ken in Utah, and Coach JB's out there in Cali. He's just right across the street from Utah. But anyway, long story short is you gotta if he wanted to coach the team, and it meant that much to him, okay.
That option was available to him.
It was available. Okay, but the option that you want is not available, and
it was available for more money.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they were going to pay him.
That's the crazy part. Is all right. So this is the issue, and I want to, Neal going against Marty. In defense of Marty, listen, I was texting him. The dude was tired. He was tired of waiting for Lane. He was tired of chasing. He had to chase him. He was like, I'm trying to chase him to the airport. I felt bad for Marty because Marty, he's got a job to do, but he didn't want to be there, and he knew what was happening. And he had to ask certain questions. He wasn't pushing a narrative. The issue is, I'm in the same boat as y'all. CAA is an absolute joke, and I used to be with CAA. My agent Todd France left and started running their division with Jimmy. Him and Jimmy were the head guys, and then he broke off when their contract ended and started his own one back. But I I think it's an absolute joke on their part. I understand Coach Saban's got a deal, and I respect the hell out of Coach Saban, love him to death. Hell, I still call him. We still talk. But I understood what he was doing. But for everybody else, and for CAA to reach out to everybody and say, hey, we need you to push this narrative, is an absolute joke. It's a laughing stock on the agency. It's a laughing stock on all of reporting and analysts and everybody that's involved. It's a joke for y'all, because I don't care whatever situation. For Herbie, if Day was the head coach at Ohio State, and all of a sudden he said he wanted to go interview at Michigan or Michigan State, he knows damn well he would never want that. And if Brian Day was going to take one of those jobs, and his family went down and visited those places and went and looked at schools and neighborhoods and everything else, he never in his life wouldn't be up on the stage singing that same song. He would be up on the stage in front of the country saying, this isn't right. You can't allow this guy to be in the building for an extra month, to have more time to recruit staff, have more time to recruit players. Keith Carter listen, Lane had the upper hand in this. I think Ole Miss handled Keith Carter needs more credit than anybody. The way he handled this whole situation, and then to turn around and say, hey, you want to send that text out and then go and lie to Marty on national TV on your interview and say, oh, I didn't send a text. I didn't give him an ultimatum. You're a lie. There's already been too many reports out about it, and too many people know too many people. It's Oxford. Everybody talks. Hell, I look at Oxford the same way as Mobile. Everybody knows everybody's stuff. All right. So the fact that you come out and say that, and like people aren't going to have proof and know that that's a lie, is an absolute joke on his part. Again, so I think the whole thing, they made a mockery of it. They made a mockery of college football. It shows how much of a shit show college football is, as from a scheduling standpoint, portal standpoint, coaches getting hired. It's an absolute joke right now. But I think Lane opened up his hand in a poker hand with two kings, and Keith Carter found a way to get three aces. And I think he handled the damn thing the best he could possibly do it. And I thought it was awesome for Keith Carter, and I'm proud of him. Hell, I don't know him, but I'd go work for his ass.
Hotty toddy.
Pete, yeah. Pete, hire me. I'll come coach.
Neal's going.
I'll be living in Neal's extra room.
Let's go. Neal's got an extra room. You got room for AJ? You let him come stay with you?
Yes.
Neal, and hey, and let me tell you something. Miss Laura can cook too now. Miss Laura can cook. If you come stay at my house, you would not do well.
Beanies and weenies.
But Miss Laura can cook.
Aaron, bless her heart.
I always get, and people always snitch on me too.
Of course.
I don't know why they snitch on me, because
you say she can't drive and she can't cook.
She's not listening. Hey, by the way, she was in the car. She was in the car. I don't know. She was somewhere when I was doing the Thompson's Paint Body commercial. She was sitting next to me, and she hit me in the back of the head off camera. That was fun.
You deserved it.
I probably deserved it.
Who's the QB coach there? Joe's probably going to get elevated, right? Who's
Neal? What do you got, Neal?
The position.
If anybody has Pete's contact, tell him to hit me up. I'll come.
AJ,
I'm serious. I will come coach.
AJ, you're running for lieutenant governor in the state of Alabama. You can't coach quarterbacks.
Everything can change. I will come. I will come coach quarterbacks.
I got we can put you up. We got a place for you to stay. We can go play some golf. I can beat your brakes out on golf more often. Maybe it could be fun. It could be awesome. All right. So obviously in the middle of all this, the timeline and all that stuff, I can probably say some things now that I couldn't say last week that we knew. The good friend of the show, good friend of mine, John Summerall, gets the head coaching job at the Florida Gators. Timeline was an issue for John with a lot of jobs. I think I was cleared to say early in the week that he had opportunities at many places. I think Wednesday he was provided more than one opportunity. Wednesday came and went without him making a decision, and so he knew he couldn't get through Friday without making a decision on anything. I think the Florida opportunity for what he wants to do coaching wise was the best opportunity out there for him for what he wanted to do as a coach. I think that, he wants to run the program. And I'll say this, and this is going to be a lot of, it goes with a lot of these coaching jobs, is when you, as an AD, when you're putting caveats on, hey, you need to hire this guy or you got to do this or do that, like that's, you can't hire someone to do a job. And that's going to be the person that's going to get hired and fired and then not allow them to run the program the way they see fit. You're either going to hire them and let them run the program, or you're going to, but you can't hire somebody to go do press conferences, if that makes sense. So I'm glad that he gets to go get a place to do that at Florida. And, obviously the Florida fans were so hell bent on Kiffin or bust that, they're going to make their reactions. And like, I'm going to say, I keep saying this, y'all got to stop worrying about winning the damn press conference and start worrying about winning games. Okay. And do what it takes to win games. We talked about this last week when Mike Elko was introduced at Texas A&M. Nobody was like, oh my gosh, look at this guy. And he's sitting here and he's had the best year in Texas A&M for I don't know how long, but it's been a while, right? Guys can coach football. And all these guys are like, oh, they're disappointed that we got this guy or this guy. I always say this. It's like, imagine being one of the top 100 people in your profession on planet Earth and people telling you how bad you suck. Like, I got a great idea. At least let them start losing games before you start getting pissed off at them. But give them a damn chance. I mean, they're hiring to do a job. They're good at what they do, or they wouldn't have even got the opportunity. So let them damn coach. Let them see what they can do. But I am excited for Ole Miss. I really like Pete. I've respected him forever as a coach. He's my kind of guy as a human being. He ain't scared to drink a Diet Miller. I like the guy a lot. I think it's going to be a refreshing change, I think, for a lot of people at Ole Miss. So excited for them there. Really excited for John, obviously, getting his opportunity. I think John's one of the best I've ever worked with. Extremely organized, phenomenal recruiter. And here's the thing that I like about John. And I will say a couple things here. One cool thing, and Neal, you're a reporter. I'm really interested to get your take on this. One cool thing that John does is he has his press conference, right? After every press conference, he picks a different person every week, and he will take them into his office and do a one-on-one. So it allows everybody that comes to his press conference to sit down and have a one-on-one with him and get to know him and ask anything they want to ask, in a one-on-one. He does a different one every week. And so like, he's got a lot of different, I guess, views of being a head coach that a lot of people don't have. And I think he's got this thing figured out, man. I said this, I was talking to Coach JB about this yesterday, is, there's nothing wrong with coaching hard. I think a lot of people do coach hard. There's a bunch of different ways to skin a cat. But the one thing in coaching that hasn't changed, and all of the change that's going off, is before you can mother flock somebody and get after a player's ass, they got to know you care for them and have their best interest at heart. Okay? I mean, AJ knows this. When I coached AJ hard. I mean, AJ wanted to freaking kill me some days probably. Okay? I mean, I was rough on him. But when we left the field, he knew, he'd be pissed sometimes, but he knew he was able to respond because he knew I had his best interest at heart. And that hasn't changed. And I think John's got that down to a T. He coaches the players hard, but he truly does care for the players. I think he's a legit going to do a really good job. And at the end of the day, hopefully they get it worked out alignment wise at Florida. And as long as everybody gets behind the guy, he's going to do a hell of a job. Alex Golish to Auburn. I don't know when this one. I think this one started. I think the reports, I think this guy was going to Arkansas from what I gathered until things started leaking. And then he was like, hey, not so fast, kind of didn't sign anything. And then Auburn got involved because they had timeline too.
You put any stock in his people leaked it so that it would put some pressure on other schools to make a move? I think,
yeah. I don't know. I don't have a fact behind that, but that's kind of fits how this stuff works. It forced some other people to move and get in position, if that makes sense. I buy that because of common agents and things when you got similar agents.
Yeah. I think. No, never mind. I don't need to say that. Go ahead.
I mean, I just think. That's just how I don't say that. I know where you're going. And then obviously Arkansas ends up with Ryan Silverfield. And then today,
I'm in year 1 of a contract, AJ. If I were in year 3 of a contract, I probably would say something different, but I'm not.
You had a rollover.
Damn, I was hoping today was Truth Serum Monday. Along with Mac 10. I wanted some heat today.
I've brought some heat. I just that would be one of the. If I said what I was about to say, it would be so easily misconstrued, and then it would be used against me repeatedly, which has happened a lot in 18 years. So there's no point. Just at some point, you have to learn your lesson.
But Silverfield went to Arkansas. Same deal there. And then Bob Chesney, one of the sneaky hires right here. Bob Chesney, James Madison coach, is going to UCLA. That's been announced today. And then going to get your opinion on this one. Stoops out at Kentucky. I had a feeling that would happen if things got emotional.
You said it.
Can I tell you? I'm going to explain where I'm going real quick. My Labrador retrievers actually do live with me, and we take care.
Oh,
it started raining, and so
you gotta go let them back.
I actually have a real relationship with them, so I'm going to let them in real quick.
Does he have an office too?
AJ wants to know: does he have an office in the house?
No comment.
No comment. He said no comment.
I didn't know if he had a babysitter.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't even know how to come back from that one. I don't know. I was going to try to smooth transition that one out. I don't even know how to smooth transition.
Listen, I've been deep in the files. So
what files are you referring to?
They're trying to keep them from us, but it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Let me see if I can transition back out of this one. So Stoops is out at Kentucky. I don't think you make that move at Kentucky without knowing who's coming through the door. Because I haven't done any research on this, and I'll be interested to see. I don't think Neal has either, because he's been very one-sided focused. I was just saying with Stoops, you don't make that move unless you know who's coming through the door with the pool the way it is.
How old are Stoops' kids?
I don't know.
They still need babysitters.
Oh,
I was asking a question. What? Understand. Had Kane gotten the Arkansas job, Campbell and Caroline, how old are his kids? Because they were like looking for babysitter jobs, and I was like, I don't know. So it was on my mind with coaches.
Oh shit!
Man, you guys, I don't understand. I must have missed something.
I can't even get my head. Oh, Neal.
I didn't know how old Mark Stoops' kids were.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't. It's the MKC office.
Oh.
Like when Jeff Levy was at Ole Miss, they had to find. I mean, it was one of the big hangups. Was sometimes it was hard to find babysitters in town. There's a reason I asked. Coaches like to bring their families to the games, and if you have little kids, sometimes you need babysitters. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's all.
All right. I'm with you, Neal.
I mean,
did you get your labs back inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if they were
Gus and Rizzo.
He didn't have to send no text about that.
We have male labs. I don't know what we would have named them had they been females. 2 different female labs.
I mean,
I
got some names.
My girls used to be into that. What was that show with the Olsen twins?
Oh God!
What was the name of that show? It's hard to remember. At first, it was like Dora the Explorer, and like Bob the Builder. Remember that song, Bob the Builder? Can we fix it, Bob the Builder? Yes, we can. And then they got older and they grew out of that and they got into the Olsen twins. Mary Kate and Ashley, I think.
Yeah, I think that's.
Were that their names? The Olsen twins? They had a show.
I think so.
Good show. They watched a lot of that.
Mm.
But we had boy dogs, so we named them Gus.
Yeah.
Gus after the character in Harry Potter, and then Rizzo after the Cubs' first baseman at the time.
Anthony.
Yep, that's him.
I have no idea how to transition off this, so anybody wants to jump in and figure out how to. You mean that's what you do, Neal? You're a transition guy.
I'm so confused. I don't understand why everybody's all worked up. AJ and I are just having a conversation about children's TV.
Yeah.
Harry Potter. What's the
Full House?
Full House. We went to San Francisco once and saw the Full House.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh. Did. Saw it on the girls were really into that show.
Oh my gosh.
Was Mary Kate there?
Oh.
Was that the blonde one?
I don't know. They both looked the same. It was kind of confusing.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
We'll have to do some research.
Did they have a dog? The family in San Francisco? I don't ever remember seeing a dog.
I don't know.
Joey was the Uncle Joey.
Yep.
He was there a lot.
Yeah. It was.
It was a good show.
Y'all done? Got any other TV shows you want to pull out?
I'll tell you another one was great. It was a great movie we don't talk about. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, God.
Oh, I don't recall seeing that one. Let me pull that up. When was that?
It's a great one.
Hold on.
The second one's not good, but
Tub Time.
first Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, there is Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine number 1. This is interesting. I didn't know about this. This is pulled from Wikipedia. It's a 2010 American science fiction farce film directed by Steve Pink. It was written by Josh Heald, Sean Anders, and John Morris. Starred John Cusack, Rob Corddry, Craig Robinson, and Clark Duke. They star in the film as 4 men who accidentally time travel back to 1986 using a hot tub and must find a way to return to 2010. Received positive reviews, grossing $64.6 million against a claimed budget of $36 million. A sequel, Hot Tub Time Machine 2, was released in February of 2015. There you go. Did you spend a lot of time in the hot tub when you were at Alabama or in the NFL?
They didn't. I didn't. I wasn't a hot tub or a cold tub kind of guy. It was just mainly jump in the shower and get out real quick.
Oh my gosh.
You never spent any time in the hot tub?
No.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Maybe spring break.
Yeah. By yourself? Or did you get lonely?
I'm sure at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, just sitting there.
What are we
Are you
doing?
okay?
No, I'm
What's
not.
wrong with you?
No, I'm not.
All that
okay.
hottie toddy stuff got you feeling kind of weird?
Oh yeah, I think I'm a little flushed.
All that powder blue?
Yeah, powder blue's getting to my head.
Oh shit.
All right, Neal. Neal, tell me like if I needed help right now, not just help, but if I needed better help, what would I do?
Oh, well, it's funny you ask. It's funny you ask because this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes you got to rewrite traditions. Therapy can give you the space to create new, meaningful traditions that provide clarity around the holiday chaos. The holidays, AJ, they're a time of traditions.
Yeah.
Some people have a lot in their family, and some have none, or they're just kind of beginning their own. But now is the time to reflect on what they mean to you and rewrite those traditions and make your own, like perfecting a new hot chocolate recipe with the kids. or continuing your great aunt's sweet potato pie. Incorporating therapy into your new or existing traditions can help ensure that you take time for yourself during what can be a very joyful but sometimes hectic and lonely time of the year. We have tradition in our house. Jimmy the Elf comes every year. Seriously does. Brings a gift to the present.
I have no idea where you're going with any of this. I'm just hanging on over here, man. I'm just hanging on.
But, listen, you should – sometimes therapy during the holidays, it just helps you make sure to take the time for yourself. Because sometimes it can be stressful and lonely. So we encourage you to get in touch with our friends at BetterHelp. Online therapy if you're feeling kind of down, kind of blue. In December, it's a way to close the year with clarity. Sometimes there's been a lot of talk about seeking clarity lately. Clarity rather than chaos. BetterHelp therapists, they work according to a strict code of conduct. They're fully licensed in the U.S. They do the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Quick little questionnaire, man. You'll identify your needs, your preferences. They got 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate. It means they typically get it right the first time. But if they don't, and you need to switch therapist, kind of like switching jobs, you just switch. They'll put a different therapist with you. More than 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp's one of the world's largest online therapy platforms. They've served more than 5 million people globally. It works. Average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live session based on more than 1.7 million client reviews. So this December, AJ, start a new tradition by taking care of you. Our list 10% off at betterhelp.com/MPW. That's betterhelp.com/MPW.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about this. College football championship games and college football playoff. I would actually, now that we have a football show and not this is not the Lanestein files.
What are you talking about? Why are you what? I'm so confused. It's the Epstein files.
Oh no. No. Tell them, AJ.
It's changed. Oh boy, has it.
Congress voted to release the Epstein files, didn't they? The House did or something like that. I can't keep up with all the news.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. No clue.
All right.
Mississippi House is going to have another vote.
Wow.
All right. The college football playoff. All right. College football playoff and I'm sorry. And championship games. Let's see if I have no idea how to get this back on the rails. The Alabama taking on they win the game, obviously. They win the Iron Bowl 27-20. And are taking on the Georgia Bulldogs in Atlanta on Saturday afternoon. AJ, a couple things here. One is give you the opportunity. You and I disagree on this, but give you the opportunity. One, does Alabama have to win this game to stay in the playoffs? And kind of where you at on that after looking at everything?
I mean, I know me and you have talked about it. I really think we're putting ourselves in a bad situation if you don't win the game, and you're leaving it up to this committee that has so much bias, no clue a lot of times. I mean, they knocked Alabama, who had the same record as Notre Dame, strength of schedule, not even close, not even comparable. And they knocked Alabama below Notre Dame, who is not in a conference, plays absolutely nobody, lost to Miami,
Lost to
and
A&M.
and A&M, and you say you put them at the 10 spot because they don't have a running game. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Jam Miller's out, so that ought to drop him down just by that, right? If that's the logic we're using. If you're not full strength, you drop down. Jam's hurt. I mean, I saw him on crutches. Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to be very blunt about this. If Alabama doesn't win the SEC championship game and does not make the playoff and gets punished for winning a tiebreaker,
That'll be it.
that is the end of the championship game. That is the extent of it. You cannot punish a team, and in this case, you would be punishing them to let who in? Vanderbilt? Alabama beat Vanderbilt. And for the record, I think Vanderbilt belongs in. I don't know how you get them in, but
I agree.
They should be in. But you can't punish Alabama or anybody. This isn't a pro-Alabama stance, even though they have a soft spot in my heart right now. You can't punish Alabama or anyone for losing a championship game that you got to because you won a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Yeah,
but I think we're in a bad situation if we don't win, though, because I think they're trying to find any way possible to bring Miami or two Big 12 teams in.
I agree.
If the Texas Tech, if BYU beats Texas Tech, I think they try to bump both of those teams in it, because BYU will be the Big 12 champion, and I don't know with Texas Tech being so high if they bump Texas Tech completely out of it, because Texas Tech will have 2 losses. So are you going to penalize them? I think, and then you throw in the wrinkle of Duke. If Duke beats Virginia, that's another wrinkle into the situation.
I want to talk about that, so hold on to that one. I want to talk about
that. But real quick, I'm just going to say I agree with him. I actually believe I think it's going to be a rough. If I'm Greg Sankey, I am praying for an Alabama win on Saturday. I am praying for one, because in a world where Georgia wins, I think Alabama falls out. I do. I think you can see where this committee's going. I agree with AJ completely. You can just see it. This is not an anti-Alabama. I think Alabama belongs in the tournament. I've said that. But if they lose, and you can do their running backs hurt. We saw what it looks like when their running backs hurt.
Yeah, I am of the opposite opinion, and this is just why. I agree that the sentiment may be that or whatever it is. I just know from my experience, I know that the NCAA and the college football playoff and the SEC and the Big Ten, this is all about money.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fathom them.
You know who's running this committee, right?
Bumping 100-year check, bumping an SEC, and he's an SEC guy. I can't fathom them bumping Alabama out, because if they do, and this is where I agree with you, if they do, this is it. They're going to cancel the SEC championship games, all the championship games probably.
Oh, there'll be chaos.
And when that happens, you're going to lose massive amounts of money. And when we've made this sport about money, they're not going to allow that to happen. Because I think they should do away with it anyway, but this would damn near guarantee it. Because the SEC is now going to 9 games, okay? They don't want to play the damn thing anyway. All right, it's a pride thing, and I think competitors want to play and win it when you're there. But I just, I don't think Texas A&M's butt hurt today that they're not in it. I don't think Ole Miss's butt hurt that they're not in it.
See, I would take a different approach. I would say Greg Sankey, for the grand scheme of things, long term, I think he wants it. I think he would want Alabama to lose, and I think it gets the ball rolling even more for them to separate and give them an excuse to get this thing going.
If this happens, I'm going to tell you 2 things that's going to happen, because it's the thing I want to talk
about.
That's
4D chess right there.
No, I don't disagree with that. I think if Alabama loses and they're out, this is not only the end of the SEC championship game, but the breakoff's coming, and it's already in works. But that's going to make them go.
I think it happens even more if Alabama loses and they keep Alabama out. And I think Greg Sankey packs his shit up and says, "Hey, I'm taking my football. Good luck to y'all." And he gets the Big Ten to be involved, and separation.
We like to be real here and honest, right? We like to keep things behind the curtain, just tell it like it is, okay? No disrespect to them at all. But if it was Vanderbilt in the same situation and they lost, that's one thing. But when you're taking a blue blood, if it was Georgia in the situation, if it was Alabama in the situation, if it was Texas, and this same thing happened to them, it's a lot of money, a lot of pissed off people in a lot of places, and they're going to treat that differently, in my opinion. I think if Alabama loses, I think they're still in. We do have precedent with that with SMU last year, but this year's a little bit different because you got people on the outside.
That wasn't 3 loss, though.
You got people on the outside this year. The difference is this year you have teams that are on the outside looking in that have arguments, right? And I think at the end of the day, I think Vanderbilt deserves to be there. I think Miami deserves to be there. And then you got Notre Dame, which we've talked about. Notre Dame, as long as they're 10 wins, it's the same thing. It's about money. That's why they're where they're at. Yep. Okay, they sell. I think that's why ESPN and CAA and ESPN's bought into this Lane Kiffin thing about the whole narrative, because it's about money and it gets the money, right?
I mean, we're gonna find out.
So
we're gonna find out, because now
in 8 days.
Well, we're gonna find out tomorrow night a little bit, because tomorrow
6
night
days.
is gonna be one of the big talking points. It's gonna be Hunter.
Yeah, no,
Lane Kiffin's no longer at Ole Miss. Charlie Weiss Jr. might not be calling the plays if Ole Miss doesn't have their offensive staff.
Yeah,
and it's going to be, and he's going to say, well, the bylaws allow for blah 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 blah, and that's where I'm going to go. Man,
here's where I'm at.
You can't punish a football team because a coach made a decision.
You can't. It's the same thing with the NCAA. Like this
or
is
you
what
shouldn't be able to.
Where I'm going to be 1,000% against anything. They better not move a spot. Where I'm going to be 1,000% against everything. This is no different than punishing Michigan about what Connor Stallions did 4 years ago, whatever it is, right?
Yep.
The people who created the decision are no longer there, okay? And look, Lane Kiffin, one of the best coaches of my generation, top 3 from a football coaching standpoint, okay? But you can't punish 175 people in that organization because of a decision one person made.
Right. That's my opinion, too.
They like Lane Kiffin, as good as he is.
A decision that was made off the field.
Yeah, as good as he is.
A decision that had nothing to do, that did not occur on the field. Like, it's not the same as, well, you punish a quarterback for making a bad read and he throws a pick 6 in a game and you lose. Well, that's different.
Yeah,
this is a decision that was beyond any one of the players' control.
Players still have to go execute the play call. They still have to line up and tackle. They still have to throw and catch. So I'm fully against that.
I'm really interested. Does the narrative just go away, or do they? Okay, well, now you lost him, so here we go. We're going to show you. I don't. The whole thing is really interesting, and I don't know. I'm not judging until I see what they do tomorrow night. But if Ole Miss was 7, right? A&M lost. If you look at just resumes, Ole Miss's resumes actually probably a little better than A&M's at this point. I don't know how you would justify dropping Ole Miss lower than 7.
Yeah, the second most interesting game, and you talking about, this is why I was going to bring this back up. If you want to talk about what's going to blow this thing up, yeah, and I know we're talking about Ole Miss getting dropped and all that. Let me tell you what's going to blow this thing up. We talk about Alabama getting dropped out. Let me tell you what's going to blow this thing up.
Okay.
Let Duke go win Saturday. Let Duke. You're one game. I'm just telling everybody, prepare yourselves.
Because then they're going to have to go to another group of 5.
If Duke beats Virginia in the AC, you're one game away from this entire system completely blowing up. And I don't think people are talking about it enough.
Because now you have James Madison as the 11.
If Duke beats Virginia, you're going to have both the winner of the North Texas Tulane game will be in, and the winner, and then James Madison will be in if they beat Troy.
Troy. Is it Troy or Jackson?
Troy.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
You're going to have James Madison
because that's not
Tulane.
what the TV people paid for.
Ooh, you want to talk about blowing it up? You want to talk about blowing up the system? Allow Duke to beat Virginia, and the entire system will blow up.
So you're telling me to take Virginia and lay the points because they're going to get every
brother,
call.
I mean, you talking about a fix being in? I bet those officials like, hey, look, listen. Hey,
Duke is holding.
A lot of holding. Duke holds a lot. Just get heads up. I'm just telling you, there is no if you want to believe in conspiracy theories, they're going to do everything they can to get Virginia to win that game.
I'll go ahead and tell you for the record, I think Alabama's going to beat Georgia.
I understand what you're talking about from a Duke standpoint. The biggest domino in this thing for me, when I look at it, is the BYU Texas Tech. Texas Tech's at number 5. BYU's at 11.
That's going to that's the next game.
But I'm saying if BYU beats Texas Tech, that puts Texas Tech 2 losses. They're not going to knock Texas Tech out of it. I think BYU takes the spot of Alabama or vice versa, however you want to look at it. I think, and if Bama loses, I think that knocks Bama out. Because you got Big 12 champion, and then you got a 2-loss Texas Tech that has been in the top 5 for how many weeks now?
Oh, 5, 6, 7 weeks. That's
right.
A long time.
And so are you going to say, and you've already said that this deal of you're not going to punish teams that are locks going into the championship week. I think that sets more of a precedent for the committee than anything, even though the strength of schedule is nowhere near. I mean, Bama's at 11th on strength of schedule.
That's why I don't think they're going out.
Texas Tech is down to 59.
Because their strength of schedule, Alabama's strength of schedule metric is actually going, win or lose, is going to go up this week.
Yeah.
From 11. They're playing Georgia. I mean, they're going to
BYU's at 35.
They're going to have a top 5 or 6 strength of schedule probably at the end of the week.
I know, but I'm just saying it's. I think you're putting yourself in a just bad situation if you don't win this game, because I think if BYU, who had a bunch of turnovers when they played Texas Tech and stuff up front, and I think if they find a way to win this game, I think BYU takes Bama's spot, and I think Texas Tech's still in it, and they don't knock Texas Tech out from 5. I mean, that would be the biggest drop ever if they knocked them out.
Yeah.
I mean, by far. Being in the top 5 and knock out of the top 12.
Yeah, I don't – I just, again, now I don't – for the record, I think Texas Tech's going to win the game. But it's a game, right?
Wicked says BYU wins, Alabama wins, and the committee will leave Ole Miss out.
No, they won't.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
I think if they leave a team out, though, if that happens and they leave a team out, I think the team they leave out is Oklahoma.
How?
It's either Oklahoma or Notre Dame. It's 8 or 9. BYU's guaranteed in.
I think they're going to leave Oklahoma at 8 and Notre Dame at 9 and let them play each other in Norman, because look in this a nightmare scenario where nothing against John, where Tulane's one of the teams, and nothing against or North Texas either way. Frankly, Tulane's more attractive than North Texas, and North Texas could win that game. And in a world where you get one of those two teams and James Madison in the field, suddenly, man, half of your first round games suck. The guy, my friend in Dubuque, he's not stopping his Christmas shopping to watch James Madison play Ole Miss. He's not. And so you get that in the TV, people go, this is not what we signed up for. To your point, it can blow it up. I mean, you can at least, like if it's Virginia as the 11 playing 6th Ole Miss, you can at least sell that. ACC, SEC, big state names, sure. And you can get away with one because we do this Cinderella obsession. Group of 5, who's going to represent the group of 5? Who cares? But whatever. We're going to do that. You'll put it at 11 o'clock on Saturday, and some 5 team will beat the ever-living hell out of the 12. It's fine because you got 2 big games coming after that. But if you have 2 of those, now you got to bury 2 games.
Where they messed this up, I mean, just being real with you, it's not the teams in the ACC, it's the ACC's league's fault, okay? If they would have done, when you're a league like the ACC, okay, SEC is a little bit different because Big Ten is probably a little bit different. But if, in my opinion, if you are Big 12, ACC, the other 2 Power 4 conferences, your championship game should be the 2 highest ranked teams in the freaking college football playoff. That's who should be in the game, and you don't have to worry about this mess. Because right now, Virginia is in the ACC title game. Why are they in the ACC title game? The only reason that Virginia is in the ACC title game is because they're not counting the North Carolina State loss. They played North Carolina State at the beginning of the year and lost. It did not count as an ACC game because of the out-of-conference schedule stuff. They didn't count it. If Virginia is not in the game, then you probably end up with like SMU and Miami in the game. Instead, you got Virginia and Duke. Duke's 7-5, cuz. And they're in the ACC title game. And you got Miami down here at 10-2 with wins over Notre Dame. That's in the top 10, sitting at the house. And I guess Miami's way in, I guess, is to hope crazy happens and Duke wins. That's probably Miami's way in if they had, and chaos happens and Duke wins. That's probably.
I'm just saying, if every team wins that's supposed to, all right, say Virginia wins.
Okay.
Say Alabama wins.
Okay.
All right, and say BYU wins.
Yep. All right, Texas Tech.
You either got to knock Texas Tech out, which I don't think will happen because they're in the Big 12 championship and they're sitting at number 5. You got to knock out Oklahoma it comes down to Oklahoma or Notre Dame. Like, are you going to penalize Notre Dame for not being in a conference, or are you going to penalize Oklahoma for 2 losses? Because all those teams at the end are going to have 2 losses. BYU's automatically in. They won the Big 12. Texas Tech is most likely not going to fall out of the top 12 with only 2 losses. So then it comes down to, okay, Texas Tech has 2 losses. Oklahoma has 2 losses. Notre Dame has 2 losses. Who's the worst team out of that? And we'll see you.
Yeah,
why is there not more of a fight for Vanderbilt in this deal?
I don't know.
10-2. They're 2 losses. They lost at Alabama, and they lost at Texas. Close games, both games.
Yeah.
They have wins over
Tennessee,
LSU. Who else they beat?
South Carolina.
Yeah, that's part of their problem is the league sort of sucks. I hate to break it to people. The bottom half of the SEC was horrible. But they went 10-2. Remember the convention? I got yelled at all the fall when I said, "Hey man, 10-2 doesn't punch your ticket automatically." Turns out I was right. At Ole Miss lost to State, they're not getting in. You know what I mean? I mean 10-2, and that's where Sankey's going to have to say we had this conversation with you guys.
LSU, they beat Missouri. LSU lost to Texas, beat Auburn, beat Kentucky, beat Tennessee.
Yes, they don't have any big wins.
But they still got their strength of schedule as the 22nd highest in the country.
What do they got? Notre Dame's?
Notre Dame is way down. BYU's 35. Ole Miss is 40th. Notre Dame is 42nd. Miami is 44.
What's Oklahoma's strength of schedule?
That's probably going to be high.
Oklahoma is their – Ole Miss is the lowest from a strength of schedule standpoint. Oklahoma is 12.
Yeah, I just don't know how I don't know how you'd even contemplate it. The bottom line is the 12-team tournament was stupid. You should have gone to 16.
24.
You could have had the round. The first round could have been all on campus. Everybody would have watched it. It would have been a smorgasbord of football. You could have done it on Friday and Saturday. Everybody would have watched. Could have spread it out among the networks a little bit more. It would have been good. Everybody would have watched it. You could have had 1 play 16, 2 play 15, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody would have watched it. Yeah, you'd have had a couple of dog games in there, but for the most part, it would have been pretty good. It's dumb. I hope there's chaos because I think the whole thing's stupid.
Well, I mean, you're. I'm telling you, if Duke beats Virginia, you're going to get everything you want.
Okay, good. Go Devils.
I mean, literally, if Duke beats Virginia, this thing is over.
And what's the line on that game? Like 3 points or something?
No idea.
Yeah.
But if Duke beats Virginia, it's over. And then remember, Tulane beat Duke.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm with you 100%, but I think also if BYU beats Texas Tech, Texas Tech's a 14-point favorite going into this game.
Yeah, I think Texas Tech's going to win the game. I mean, I think Texas Tech's a real deal. So I think they're going to win it.
You know what does have a sample size?
You
know what does?
Tell me.
Tell you what has a sample size. Coors, banquet beer. It's got a sample size since 1873. 1873. Think about that.
It's a long time.
I mean, it was only 8 years after the Lincoln assassination. Only 8 years.
Been around. Probably John Wilkes Booth probably was hanging out.
No, he was dead by then.
Oh, okay.
He
it may have been his idea, though. You know what I mean? Like, he may could have.
I don't think so.
Little. What's my movie with National Treasure with Nicolas Cage? Maybe he was. Just saying. Maybe
he's the creator of the hot tub.
Nicolas Cage created the hot tub?
Yep. A lot of people don't know that.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
About that. I'll tell you what's good in the hot tub, man. You climb in that hot tub and you pour yourself a Coors Banquet. That's good. Life is good. It's been brewed in the same tradition of the original 150-year-old recipe. Banquet's crafted with 100% Rocky Mountain water, man. You fly over those mountains and you look down and all you can think about is Coors. So when you're enjoying a banquet, whether you're in the hot tub, whether you're hanging out in your office, whether you're on the football field, in the stands,
or your dog's office,
wherever, taking your dog for a walk, or having somebody else take your dog for a walk. You're drinking history. Coors. Listen, if you'd rather have something a little more powerful, 47 vodka. 7 vodka. The vodka's smooth. The bottle's bold. For a limited time, the deal's unbeatable. Man, it comes with gold flakes, an engraved cork. Your friends are stocking up. Your liquor shelf deserves this. So go to 47vodka.com right now, and get the vodka that drinks like a statement. It's made in MAGA country, and they're proud of it, too. Get a presidential gold bottle right now, and you'll get a collector's cut bottle for free. 47vodka.com.
AJ.
You know, some people do take like a bottle of vodka when they get in the hot tub and just like it's there, pass it around.
Share it.
Sure.
Well, multiple people.
Sometimes people are friendly in the hot tub. Oh, yeah. It's a social place sometimes.
Bring a friend.
Yeah.
Y'all have done a great job of just kicking me all off the rails today. Thank you. I appreciate the shit out of that.
Yeah.
But
That's what we're
AJ,
here for.
if you're serious about your health, AJ, but you don't have time for a doctor's visit, you only have time for somebody to come babysit the dog. If that's what you have time for.
Yeah.
You don't have time to game plan. You don't have time for kickoff. But you don't have time for your health either. You know what you can do? You can get Prime. That's right. GETPRYM is a modern at-home, not in the hot tub, but at home, at the lab testing kit that puts you in control. You can order your kit at getprime.com. That's GETPRYM.com. And they will collect a sample straight from home. That's right. Home. They will collect your sample in just a few minutes, and you can get clear, personalized results right to your private dashboard. No needles, no waiting rooms, no hassle. Whether you're rechecking your hormones, your energy levels, or metabolism, or overall wellness, Prime makes it fast, easy, and actionable. If you need support, Prime's going to get you hooked up with the right people to get you on your right peptides, your protocols, and your real strategies to help you feel your best. It's simple. Go to getprime.com and don't forget to enter the promo code MPW at checkout. It's going to give you 20% off of your kit. So go to getprime.com and take care of your health and put it in your own hands. Neal, we're also, and AJ, brought to you by our good friends at Thompson's Paint and Body Shop. AJ, where are they located? Right there in the heart of Saraland, Alabama, off of exit 13 on I-65, right in the heart of Saraland, Alabama. 703 Saraland Boulevard, just a few miles off of the interstate. Thompson's has served customers all over the Gulf Coast. Whether you're in Baton Rouge to Biloxi to Pensacola, or from Gulf Shores to Demopolis or even Oxford. These days, it feels like every local shop is getting bought up by the companies with flashy logos and call centers, but not at Thompson's. Who are you going to get in touch with? You can get in touch with Mr. Don Jr., or even Matthew Thompson. That's right. Real people, real family, and take real pride in their work. If you got a fender bender, you hit deers like my wife. She likes to hit the deer.
Yep.
You know, like we were coming down off the mountain in Chattanooga, and she was in my truck because I'd had a couple too many Coors Banquet beers, and so she was driving, took her right out of the driveway and just hit Bambi and knocked Bambi clear off the side of the mountain. Not a joke. Knocked Bambi clear off the side of the mountain and just did a nice little Bambi just decided to form tackle the right front fender. You can take it to Thompson's Paint and Body, and they're going to get you taken care of. So Thompson's not just guess at repairs. They will perform an advanced internal scan of any warning lights or issues you may have involving your detailed print out fee and charge. So check them out at thompsonspaintandbodyshop.com, or check them out on Facebook, or give them a call at area code 251-675-0884. How about that?
Remember when I was telling you guys life's not fair?
It's not.
That's your life advice. It's presented by Cole Walter,
I don't
State
know where
Farm
this is
Insurance.
going.
He's licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole states of Georgia and Alabama.
You say pet insurance?
Pet insurance.
Pet insurance.
I mean people that have pets.
What about dogs?
Well, yeah, if it's your dog.
Yeah, not fake ones.
Yeah, not a fake dog. Like if you have a stuffed dog, you don't need to insure that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you have a dog that's not really your dog, but you pretend it's your dog,
Mm.
and somebody else actually takes care of the dog
Mm.
because they determine that you're not fit to take care of the dog.
Yeah.
I don't know who covers the insurance on that.
Probably
You?
we could probably call Cole Walters, and he could probably give us an idea,
See,
right?
that's why you call him. That's why you get that's why you get a State Farm agent, AJ.
That's
Right
why
there,
call
when
him,
you have a dog, but it's not really your dog, it's just sort of a prop. And somebody else takes care of your dog.
Mm-hmm.
But like on certain times when there's a lot of people around, then you want them to think it's your dog. And so it hangs around you. Something could happen to the dog.
Mm.
I mean, you don't want that to happen to the dog. You would never want something to happen to a Labrador Retriever, but it can.
Sometimes it happens.
And if it does, the question would be, so Cole, who should cover this premium?
It's a fair question.
And that's, you would call him at 706-525-7850. Or if you would not very social, you really don't like talking to people, you would just send him an email. Cole, you go to ColeWaltersInsurance.com.
Mm.
That's what you do.
How about that?
You know, and
How about that?
Speaking of, what if that dog's a hunting dog? What if he's a hunting dog, AJ?
What if he hunts tees? Is that considered a hunt dog?
I mean, well, he might hunt tees on some days of the week, but on other days of the week, he's trained to. What if? I'm asking.
Okay.
You know, what if he's trained to hunt or to retrieve ducks?
Okay.
Right? Because he doesn't actually hunt the duck. The dog. I mean, you guys should know this, but you are football guys. You're not outdoors people like me. The dog doesn't actually hunt the duck. The hunter, shoots the duck. The duck falls into the marshy land, and the dog retrieves the duck.
Got it.
Brings the duck back.
Got it.
Now, in those situations, those are called hunting dogs.
Oh, cool. Got it.
And sometimes things can happen to hunting dogs or involving hunting dogs. And that's why you need to have outdoor underwriters on your team.
That's a good point.
Because most everybody loves the outdoors, but you want to make sure your hunt club, your timberland, it's covered. Outdoor Underwriters provides the insurance you need at a price that makes sense. They provide liability protection for occurrences arising out of activities and operations of your hunt club, its members, your guests, your invitees, your agents, your employees. They have blind and tree stand liability because you get up in the tree stand to hunt like deer.
I've heard.
Mobile equipment liability, which means like a four-wheeler.
Yep.
And hunting dog liability, because if you're duck hunting, you don't want to, you shoot a duck and it goes down. You're like, hey, Spot, go get the duck. Hey, Roscoe, go get the duck.
Yeah.
Hey, OJ, go get the duck.
OJ. We got OJ in here.
Is there coverage on boats?
Let's see. Let me look. I mean, that would probably count as like mobile equipment liability.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if it
boats go
followed down to the Bahamas.
Well, it's interesting you say that. They're endorsed by the forestry associations of Florida, close to the Bahamas, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana. A lot of fishing down there. Anyway, if you have questions, go to 866-961-4101 or outdoorund.com.
How about that?
And listen, last thing, because sometimes people
promise.
Yeah, sometimes people get a lot of money. Sometimes they do. They get a lot of money, and if you get a lot of money, you need a bank, and you don't need just any bank. You need a local banker that cares. I would recommend Bank First.
How about that?
It's a bank that understands the needs of the community. Because sometimes you feel like you gave a lot to a community, but then it's time to move to a new one. Like maybe you want to move from Oxford to Tuscaloosa. Well, you'd be in luck because they've got a branch in Oxford and in Tuscaloosa and in Starkville and Hattiesburg.
How about that?
And more. 662-310-0204. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or maybe you need someone to explain what APR actually means. They're here right down the street. They've got great rates right now on condo purchases, great technology with their app, online banking, money market products that compete with the biggest of banks and more. Again, Bank First, FS.com. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Bank NMLS 454-063.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you so much for joining us. AJ, I appreciate the hell out of you, my friend. The 3-time
Always.
world champ, the 3-time national champ, the future lieutenant governor of the state of Alabama. And
I like that chair he's got, too.
I know.
Good chair.
Possibly, maybe we'll introduce him one day as the quarterbacks coach for the Ole Miss Rebels. That's what we got. That's what we got to do.
You get a chair in your office.
Oh, how about that? Would it be a corner chair?
You could put it in the
No, not for me. Not for me.
And I wouldn't recommend it. ESPN's a big fan of corner chairs. We learned that over the weekend.
Yeah.
They like them. They advocate them.
That's my fault. I did that. That one was on me. That was my fault. That was on me right here. It's my bad.
What? No, I mean, ESPN, sometimes when they have meetings, they'll put people in the corners.
I did that. That one's on me. I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
It sort of depends on where you rank in this, the kind of the hierarchy, traditional hierarchy. If you're high up
levels,
now you're good. But if you're a traditional lower, they think, hey, you should absolutely be open to the corner chair.
Tell me about rain, Neal, as we leave, as we hit the button. For the love of God.
Yeah, this show has been brought to you by a lot of people.
I've never wanted a show to be more over. I feel like Marty Smith in the facility. For the love of God, will you make the stop?
Got a lot of people watching today.
Yeah, there's a lot today. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, 5,500 plus of you. I bet I never hear a word about this show.
No, bet you don't either.
No, probably not.
Hey, before we go though, can I give a? Are you ready? I'm ready to go. Let's go. Hotty toddy. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Rebs. Rebs to the ship. Rebs to the ship. Let's go. Let's go, Rebs.
Oh, wrong one.
Wrong one. Hotty toddy in the hot tub. Let's go.
We've been brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams of natural caffeine. Boy, you take a Rain, get in the hot tub, it'll crank you up.
Oh,
it'll
wow.
get it would get you going. Man. In addition to that, you get natural caffeine. BCAAs, you get some electrolytes, you'd get zero sugar. You'd have what you need to push the limits. Because you never know. So bring a friend, get another Rain, and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
How about
that?
Go Reps.
Don't know what the schedule is for the rest of the week. We'll have something. I'm out of town Thursday. Tyler's out of town Friday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get you another show. We'll preview. Why so childish? Why so childish?
I've been asking the same question.
I have too. I mean, I asked you guys about shows, and everybody's like howling, laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? Full House was a funny show.
Oh, stop.
It was.
Hit the button. Please.
For AJ McCarron, Tyler Siskey. I'm Neal McCready. Don't call me. Bye.